So, back at it with the 4Runner. I was not able to get some of the footage of me installing just OEM replacement struts on the 4Runner, but I find out that the struts that I bought that were just supposed to be a quick replacement turns out to be taller than stock by an inch compared to most stock 4Runners. But I haven't gotten a chance to do the rears, but there's also something else I want to do, which I will show you in a bit. As you can see the difference. But either way, gonna be kind of beefing up the rear because every single time I want to load my bike or my camping equipment, the thing sags like crazy. What doesn't help is when I scrap metal, I broke one of my shocks. So there's that. It also was 7 degrees to 6 degrees last night, and it's still cold now, so I'm wearing multiple layers to get this done. I don't know how long this GoPro is going to withstand the cold, so let's try to get this knocked out either today or tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, when I was scrapping metal, my rear shock rusted itself off and broke off and fell off. So yeah, that makes this side a little bit easier. Usually people show that they take the shocks off to drop it down even more, but I'm gonna see if I can do this without taking that rear shock out on that side. Probably won't be easy, but I'm sure it's manageable. They do say that you do have to take the bump stop and cut it. I don't know where I'm gonna cut it. Trial and error, but also gotta get into the interior, so I guess I'll work with that.
I kick it off, you pussy niggas get no respect. You rubbing off and lizard leaking from the neck. Your body soft like Charmin, I got a couple neck. I got the knife, my friend, and I get a couple necks. I get it bad, the body you do like double knives. You wanna bang buzz, nigga, you ain't got nothing left. I got my bags, I'm broke, man, I've been in the rest. You try to mess with me, I got too much stress. I'm like an overtime, not a mean I get it, but people think they going right. I'm not going overtime, don't want you like all the time. I get money overtime.
So yeah, this is what I will be installing in my 4Runner. Airlift 1000. Hopefully this will help. camera died, so I had to let it sit inside the house and charge while I put everything back together, but I still have to drive it, let the suspension settle. So everything's put back together, put my tools back in the car. I'm gonna drive around for 1 or 2 weeks and do some testing, more testing. I'm gonna drive this to work every day. So yeah, I'll take it for a test drive and then play with the air bags a little bit with the air compressor. Test out some really bad roads around here. I haven't inflated them, I just kind of installed them. And we're gonna run it and see what happens. Oh, what? Dude, I was bouncing all over in the plate. Dude, oh man. This is a complete game changer. I haven't even put any air in the airbags, and 9-day difference. 9-day difference. Wow. Cop right there. No, not a cop. Oop. Close call. Alright, so after driving it and doing some little tests, seems like the suspension in the rear is much better, even though I don't have a rear sway bar and missing rear shock. But I'm gonna try to air it up and see if there's actually any difference. We are currently right under 33.5. Just about there. And let's see what happens when we air it up. So with the tires inflated, we are just about under 34. So 34.5, 34.2.3, whatever. Looks kind of even now.
Several days later.
So it's been officially over a week. See where we're at. We're about like 36 psi. For the whole week, when I started on Saturday, it was I had it to 38, but I was using a different gauge to read it, so I don't know how off it is. Either way, today I need to clean out my scrap metal. So I got everything ready. I want to do measurement and comparison with no tools in the back of the 4Runner. We are over 34.5 inches. Not bad. I'm going to load some weight on there and we're going to compare. So this whole time I had no idea that my camera was flipped over, so the time-lapse footage probably just went to waste. But as you can see, we got a decent amount, mainly like rotors and suspension pieces, and then we have pieces of cast iron from an old heater boiler thing in my basement. Nothing crazy. Alright, let's get the measuring tape. Dude, look at my tires. Oh my god. I'll probably air them up more, but We are at almost 32 inches. Crazy. And the front is now still at, or is now at 30, a little over 34 and a half. All right, time to go to the scrapyard and see how much I'm actually hauling. Construction's going on over here. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting more bounce, but with the helper springs, that really does mitigate that. So it doesn't really feel like my suspension is completely ruined. So, not bad actually. We are at the scrapyard now. Gonna go on the scale and all that. I'll do cast iron. All right. I'm good? Yeah. All right, thank you. So I forgot that I have multiple different types of metal, so I gotta like go back on the scale, unload said type of metal, and then go back on the scale a couple of times until I empty out my whole shit. So this will take a bit. I just realized that the people at the scrapyard, they have two 4Runners, 4th gen 4Runners that is. There's one, and that's two. That's cool. So yeah, just came back from the scrapyard and honestly impressed with the air suspension. Last test I had some tools in the back, so I weighed it down with the measuring. So let's see how much height clearance I have gained since then. All right, roughly about there. Yeah, and that's the Airlift Helper Springs airbag video of me installing it. Hopefully this video gave someone an idea whether or not they want to do something like this, whether it's worth their time or whether it's worth spending the money to do it. I still don't have the rear springs in. Those just got in the mail last night, so I have to install that. Not sure if I'm going to do an install video on those. Thanks so much for watching. You can comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.